Hello, this is Raina. Thank you for joining me on my crochet channel. So here's my this year's red, white, and blue crochet project. And I decided to make little square rug because I found this cute yarn which is called Lily Sugar and Cream. It's a self-striping yarn and it's got all the right colors as you see. And also I learned two new techniques, corner to corner crochet and moss stitch. And I really enjoy making them, so decided to show you as well. And so you see this rug is made of 4 corner to corner squares. And you could actually add more squares and make a blanket out of it. So let's see how to make this little rug. And here's the yarn for this project. It is Lily Sugar and Cream. This one is called Scrub Off. It is 100% cotton, and this one is called Beach House. And I love these types of self-striping yarns because, as you see, it creates these perfect stripes and I don't have to worry about changing yarn. And this one is really cool because it has these, the blue and white colors are these fuzzy yarn, and red mixed colors are the usual soft cotton. And the cream color, also sugar and cream yarn, cotton, I use to crochet the edge. And just like the label says here, I use crochet hook size 5 millimeters for this project. And let's get started. So let's learn how to crochet moss stitch and make a corner to corner square all at once. Okay, and we start with slip knot. And chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And now slip stitch into the first beginning chain here. And now we can start our first row. It starts again with 3 chains, 2, 3. And now turn the reverse side. And now we need to single crochet into the space of that first 3 chains. So try and find this. It's a little tight, but it's right here in the middle. And make the first single crochet here. And then chain 1 and make another single crochet into that same space here. This is our first row. Now chain 3 and turn again. So these rows right now are all about increasing and working that first triangle. So after 3 chains, now I need to insert my hook between these 2 first single crochets. So one is here, second here, and I have the one chain space. So this is where I insert my hook and do single crochet here. And then the regular stitch follows. We have to do again chain, and now single crochet into, this is the last row's beginning 3 chain space. So I'm going to go next into here and do single crochet and also chain again 2 another single crochet. So that's how we increase these rows. So that was row 2. Now 3, chain 3 again and turn. So it's starting to repeat. You see these first single crochets, insert hook between them into the 1 chain space and do your first single crochet in here. Then chain 1 and single crochet into the next 1 chain space. Again, chain 1 more. And now again we have the 3 chain space here and single crochet in it. And this is again where we do our increase. So chain and do 1 more single crochet in here. And this row is done. So number 4 now. Chain 3, turn, find your first 2 single crochet and insert hook between them. Do the first single crochet in here and repeat. Chain, single crochet into the next chain space, chain, single crochet into the next chain space, chain 1, and here again 3 chain space. We increase, we do 1 single crochet, chain, and 1 more single crochet. So keep doing this. We'll do 1 more row together. I crochet 31 rows like this. 1, 2, 3, and turn. First single crochet into the first chain space, then chain, single crochet into the next chain space, chain 1, single crochet into the next, chain 1, single crochet into the next. See, this is better. Chain 1, last 3 chains I do single crochet, chain, and single crochet. And I wanted to show you, I finished now 11 rows and my yarn turned into the fuzzy white one. And so this part can be a little challenging because of all the little strings on the yarn and to keep up with the stitches. But it just needs practice, and you will get used to it. So let's see. I will start next row 3 chains and turn. So here are my first 2 single crochets. I make my first single crochet between them, chain 1, here's the next, chain 1, the next, chain 1, and working into the red yarn, it's not so hard, but and the next row, let's see how I will do. So I did a single crochet, chain, single crochet into that last 3 chain space, starting next row with 3 chains and turn. Here again I see my first 2 single crochets, and here's the space between them. Single crochet in here, chain, single crochet, chain, and this row is also okay to do, but the more we crochet with that yarn, the more fuzzy it gets. So let's see the next row too. Okay, starting the next row, 3 chains, turn, and now it's not that visible anymore, but I can still see. Here's my first single crochet, the second, and chain space in between them, single crochet, chain. Here's my next one, chain, next one, chain. Those little chain spaces, you will see they create little tiny holes, so that helps. So I think it's good to have a little bit of challenge and learn new things, right? I also wanted to show you, if you want to practice first the stitch and the corner to corner, you can just choose another type of yarn, which is this one is Bernard Softy Baby Cotton. Also has these different colors, and yeah, I made a few of these squares. This one is not finished, but it was really good practice for me. And now I'm at the end of row 31, and I didn't work in the last 3 chain space just yet because we have to do that differently. So this was my last row of increasing, and after that we're gonna start decreasing. So I did the chain, and into the last 3 chain space, instead of single crochet, chain and single crochet, we're going to do single crochet and half double crochet. So that's gonna create a nicer corner. That's why it's different. And now next row, decreasing goes like that. Chain 2, turn, and now look at your first 2 stitches, 1 and 2. We're going to skip both of them and single crochet into that next chain space here. And that's how the decreasing is going to work. So now continue as before, chain 1, single crochet into each chain 1 space, chain 1, single crochet, chain 1, and I'm gonna show you how to end this row as well. And here I have my last 2 chain spaces. It may be a little hard to see because of the fuzzy yarn, but we'll try. So this is my 3 chain space, this is 1 chain space, and what I do is single crochet into the 1 chain space, don't chain, and single crochet into that last 3 chain space. So just 2 single crochets. And let's do 1 more row together. So again, decreasing rows, we start with 2 chains, then turn, find your first 2 stitches, this one, skip them both, and single crochet into that next 1 chain space. You're starting to see that corner forming here. And continue, same, chain, single crochet, chain, single crochet. Let's do the end of this row also together. So again, here are my last 2 chain spaces, the 2 chain space and 1 chain space. I did chain here, and into those last two spaces I'm just gonna single crochet in each. So first in here and second here, and then just continue again, chain 2, turn, skip first 2 single crochets that we just made, and single crochet into the next chain space, and then keep doing these decreasing rows until you have only 3 single crochets left on a row, and then we can finish the square together. So let's do these last two couple of rows together. It looks like I'm ending with my fuzzy yarn, so I'll try to show you as best as I can. So did my 2 chains, skipping first 2 stitches, single crochet to next, chain, single crochet into the next, and don't chain but single crochet into the last space. So this is my row with the 3 single crochets that I was talking about. Okay, and one more time, chain 2, turn, skip first 2 stitches, 1, 2, single crochet into the next space, and now don't chain because this is our last 2 chain space. We will directly single crochet in it. So now it's just 2 single crochets, and last row, now just chain 1, turn, and still skip these first 2 stitches, this one and this one. This is my 2 chain space, and just single crochet 1 time in it, and that's it. We're done. So this corner can fasten off, and let's see the whole square. And here is my square. Mine measures about 10.5 inches. So in the next step, we're going to attach the squares with some stitches. And if you'd like, you can just single crochet all around the edge of the square, and this would make a nice bud holder or dishcloth. So just another idea for this. But I'm going to keep working and make the square rug. So here are my 2 squares, and to start stitching them together, I first weave in, I'm using that cream color yarn, big tapestry needle, and I'll weave in the end into the side here first. So that I can begin from that corner here, and then I place my squares next to each other like that. And it's good to do this on a flat surface. It's just the easiest. And then I'm going to insert my needle through the top stitch space here, and then going downwards, find the next space and just insert your needle back up here and pull through and pull it tight. And then next go to the first square And again do the same, insert needle through a stitch here, and going downwards, insert back up. Just have to find a good space here and then pull it tight, and then again go to the opposite side. Sometimes it can be tricky to find a good space. Well, so just need some practice. But this is a good stitch because it's going to kind of weave in the thread, and it's kind of blending in with the main piece. So I like this stitch for attaching pieces. So keep doing this. And I worked my stitches all the way down here. I will weave in this end, and as you see, the stripes are nicely aligning. So when you stitch together the other two squares, and then also stitch these two bigger pieces along this line together, you'll see how the stripes are going to make this create the pretty look. So let's keep stitching, and when we're done we can crochet the edge for the rug. And now all the pieces are stitched together, and the last thing to do is to crochet the edge. And so using that cream color, I start with a slip knot, and then just attach it to, just gonna attach it right here and make my first single crochet in it, and then just keep doing the single crochets. There's a perfect space for each stitch here, at least on this side. And then when you reach the corner here, so the corner space, I'm gonna do 3 single crochets. 1, 2, and 3. And then just continue on the other side. So keep doing this all around. And now I finished single crochet stitches all around the edge. I have one more to do in here, and then I'm going to slip stitch into the beginning one, and I'm gonna make another round of single crochets. So I chain 1 and then start single crocheting into the next, and just the same, 1 in each. And then when you get to the corner, we did the 3 single crochets here. I already made single crochet into the first one, and here's the middle one. In this one, I'm gonna do 3 single crochets, and then just repeat this. And here I'm back in the beginning, did my last single crochet, and I'm going to slip stitch and finish into that beginning chain, which is right here, this one. So just slip stitch here, and now I'm ready to fasten off. And my rug is done. If you'd like, you can add 1 or 2 more rows to the edge if you'd like it to be wider. I'm gonna leave it like that because I like it this way. And I hope you have fun with this tutorial, making the rug using the corner to corner crochet and moss stitch. So hopefully something new to learn. And happy crocheting!